All right. Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but I am, because I think maybe it'll get people in the door here. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to reference two popular artists, and that should get us underway. One is, I'm coming up, and we better get this party started. I'm coming up, so we gotta get this party started. I'm coming up, I'm coming. That was one. Here's the other one. Let's get it on. Oh, let's get it on. You can tell I'm very shy. All right, the Unnamed Assembly Band. Kick it off.
Fears the way we die. We love you too. Good morning, everyone. What a day, what a day. Thanks for coming out. We're sure happy to see all you smiling faces out there, and wow, happy to play with these wonderful people. So we're going to do another one for you.
right, give it up. Unnamed Assembly Band version 2.3. Lovely. All right, well, welcome today. I'm going to get right with it here. Had a thought. Actually, I had two, but I discarded one of them. Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Ba, 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 ba. And they're always glad you came. Ba, ba, ba. You want to be where you can see your troubles are all the same. You want to be where everyone knows your name. Lovely. Thank you for being here today. My name, in case you didn't catch it in the middle of We Can Work It Out a moment ago, is Stephen Phelps. And when they first asked me to host today, I have to say I was a little apprehensive about that. I kept thinking to myself, dang, how many cucumber sandwiches and Perrier is it going to take to... Okay, that one didn't go over quite as well. That's all right. Well, let's get right to it. Some of these things are things we do each time we meet here, so if you know them and you want to join in, that's fine. I'm going to use my little reference here. Sunday Assembly is a secular congregation that celebrates this one life we know we have. Our motto, say it with me, live better, help often, wonder more. Our mission is a Sunday Assembly in every town, city, and village that wants one. That's right. So it's a great little all-inclusive, radically inclusive, we call it, community that we're trying to foster here. And each one of you is a very important part of that community. Thank you for being here today. We do a variety of things. We have an engaging speaker today. He's going to do a little moderation for us with some of our Sunday Assembly members. We have some poetry. We have lots of good music, as you've already seen. And we have some of the corniest jokes that you will ever find coming at you today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so let's get right to it. Poetry. Are you a lover of alliteration? A maniac for metaphor? Do you seek simile? Do you pine for personification? And does iambic pentameter turn you on? Thank you. Thank you very much. Me too. Well, you're in luck because we're going to move into the poetry section. I'm going to back off that just a little bit. Poetry section for the day. I'll ask our speakers to come on up, but before they read their poems, selections for the day, being the host, I said I can do whatever I want to. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce this section with one of my own personal favorite poems. There was a young man from Japan whose verses never would scan. When asked why 'twas so, he said, I don't know, but it could be because I try to get as many words in the last line as I possibly can. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so let's get our poets up for the day. We're going to have Marcel and Melissa speak for us today, or read these poems for us. Marcel, take it away.
Intertwined by Iana Cofield. Strands of wicker, a woven community with threads of past success laced with future dreams. Alone we snap like twigs when fate pushes and tugs and bends us out of shape. Together, finding strength in each other by both supporting and being supported, shared lives, shared visions, not dominating nor submitting, but cooperating. Building a beautiful vision together, building a basket, holding a world of dreams.
Try Poem by Ben Wishman. One is lonely, alone, solitary. Two are together, companions a pair. Add more as family and friends. Form an inner circle. It is the heart, the hearth. Keep the home fires burning. Group the people around it. We form new friends. We form new families. We form the outer circle. It is our camp, home, community. It is our tribe. We form a new tribe. It is many families and many friends. We form something bigger together. We form a new tribe. We invite those who love and befriend us. We invite those who need us. Hearth and camp are our tribe. Our campfire lights the night. We bring light to shine and show the way.
Thank you for those offerings. Now, our speaker of the day is going to take a little different approach, and I think I forgot maybe some of the formalities. Where's the restrooms? They're out here, water out there. We have coffee today, too, so we're going to stick around after our meetup today. And we're also going to have an election after the meetup today, so if you want to hang out for that, we'll turn that over to someone else later. Back to our speaker of the day. If you've been here, count. Someone who can count right here, if you would. If you're new to Sunday Assembly, you've never been here before, remain standing. Please remain standing for the Little League pledge. Thank you. Yeah, I used to do that. I remember that. I can't remember all that pledge. I do remember the Boy Scout thing. Well, it's no use counting them because with me hosting, they're never going to come back. So they're never going to be back from. And we want to get a count, if anybody could, maybe in the back of the total number here today as well. Keep those metrics in line. Now, back on track. Speaker of the day, he was here once before, podcast that time. Today, a little different tack. I want to say Bob Mondello so bad because he's one of those NPR, but that's wrong. So let me give you a little bit about him here, a little bio on him. And I tell you, if I had told you everything that he's done, accomplishment-wise, that would pretty much wrap up the rest of the day. So I am going to give you the highlights, and there's a lot more. So if you want to look those up, you can. But his name is Robert J. Pondillo. He's a Ph.D., Professor Emeritus. We can call him Bob, I think, here today. It'd probably be all right. So Dr. Bob Pondillo, retired Emeritus Professor of American History, Media History, and Culture at Middle Tennessee State University. While he was a full-time professor there at MTSU, he was also part of the graduate school faculty in media and entertainment, as well as a faculty fellow, teaching and mentoring in MTSU's Honors College program. He is also a multi-award-winning filmmaker. His short narrative movies, Would You Cry If I Died in 2006, My Name is Wallace, 2007, Wait, 2008, and The New True Charlie Wu, 2010. That sounds great, doesn't it? Have won dozens of awards from film festivals around the nation and the world, including Best Screenplay, Best Director, and more than 30 Best of Fest honors. Both My Name is Wallace and Wait were chosen as official selections in more than 100 film festivals, including the prestigious Festival de Cannes. Is it Cannes or Cannes? Okay, good. I'm kind of proud of that. In 2007 and 2008. His short narrative films, The Miracles on Honeybee Hill, is a story about forgiveness, love, and acceptance. That was a provocative one that got him in a little trouble, as I understand. Won more than 30 festivals around the globe. He worked in media industry, radio, TV, and film for more than 30 years before coming to academia. He's garnered 4 Emmy Awards for television writing and producing, and in 2002 was introduced in the Radio Television Broadcasters Hall of Fame in Akron, Ohio. Dr. Pondillo earned his undergraduate degrees, a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and a Bachelor of Science in Broadcasting from The Ohio University at Athens. He earned his Master of Arts degree from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee and his Doctor of Philosophy degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. If our speaker and our panelists would start making their way to the stage, I'll give you a little brief introduction of what's going to happen today. He's taking a little different slant today. Instead of just getting up and doing a lecture as such, which I'm sure he's very comfortable with, he wanted instead today to opt for a more conversational approach to what people think about Sunday Assembly, how they're plugged in, what it means to them. Well, he can take it away in a moment, but it's going to be an interaction with three of the members that you may know already very well. Georgia Phelps, I know her very well. Katie is a Laup? Or
Thank you.
Laup. Okay, good. That's 2 for 2 on pronunciation. And James Rials. Rials, is that how you say that?
Is this thing on?
It's James Reels. Okay, take it away, Dr. Pondillo.
Thank you, Steve. Hey, everybody. Is this thing on? What are you, a painting? How are you? Nice to see you. I'm Bob. Hey, when I was listening to that, I'm thinking, hey, this could be good. Then I found out it was me, and I was very disappointed when you can imagine. So we're going to talk about what Sunday Assembly means to me. But before we do that, I was talking with my friend Cass, my partner on the podcast, Everyone's Agnostic. That's Cass right over there, Cass Midgley. And one of the things we say on the show, and we say it frequently, and the things I always said when I was teaching college in every class, because it's applicable to every class, a skills class or an academic class, and that is we, you and me, are meaning-making, pattern-seeking, storytelling creatures. That's what we do. That's who we are. There is no extant meaning out there to be revealed and discovered. We make things mean. That's what we do. And that is the key to understanding, I think, everything. That's the key. If nothing else, please take that away from you, from here today, that is, or from me to you, and But really, we are meaning-making, pattern-seeking, storytelling creatures. It's not a new concept. It's an idea that Michael Shermer came up with. You've ever read any Michael Shermer? And I've sort of finessed it with my own little stuff, too. But it's kind of true. When you really start thinking about it, there is no meaning. Things are pretty pointless. But there is meaning, and the meaning is that which you give it. It is a screen upon which you project meaning and understanding and hopefully your own humanity and what have you. And we're going to kind of talk about that stuff today. As Steve said, we have Georgia Phelps over there, James Reels,
Welcome.
that's right, and Katie Laup, who's going to have her baby sometime in August, right?
August 22nd.
And it's a girl. We know that.
Fourth girl.
So we'll start with Georgia, but we'll get everybody involved eventually. You just came back from Reason Rally,
Yes.
as I understand.
Yes.
And how was it? I heard the numbers were a little low, but it was a pretty exciting
It was low,
game.
and I'll tell you, I didn't go there to be involved in the rally itself. The day after the rally, we had a mini convention, and Sunday Assembly was honored to be able to produce
Oh, you did?
an assembly that morning. So we went as the musical team and coordinated with some national representatives from Sunday Assembly there to put on one of the assemblies for the country.
Yeah.
It was really, really
Well,
fun.
that sounds great. Yeah, it got a lot of...
So I really went there to be with my people more than to be involved in the excitement of the events.
And that's pretty clear. One of the things we all seek is community. And we're all, I think it's because we're social animals. I don't know how many of you do this. You come home, there's nobody home, you turn the television on, just to have the television in the background.
Company.
Yeah, for company. Because in our heart of hearts, we know that existentially we are all alone. Isn't that poignant? And so we turn on the sound to make it, a little more comfortable for us.
Bob, have you been looking in my room?
I've been looking in your room, and I've stole some of your stuff. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know where that came from. Sorry. But what, do you feel that way too? Do you get that sense that we're kind of?
You're absolutely right. It's just part of the human condition. When I talk to people about Sunday Assembly, it's about for me it's about having a place to connect with people who kind of get me. You know.
Yeah, that's got to be rough
Yeah.
to be in a crowd where you get all sphinctered up, it's like got to
Right.
board up your butt and stuff. Oh, I better not say that. I can't say that, or somebody will, that, and that's the way it is in the South, isn't it? Yeah. So that's got to really play with your head.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm grateful that we had enough people to that cared enough to put this together, to bring Sunday Assembly to Nashville. And from what I understand, this is probably one of the best in the whole organization.
Well, that's
believe
good
it or
to
not.
know. That's good to know. Well, a bunch of good people. What's not to love? as
I'm
they
partial
say, right?
to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were one of the original guys, right?
Yes,
I mean,
it was
not-
all my brilliant idea.
Yay, James. Let's hear it for
It
James.
was all him.
Yeah.
No,
You can thank me now.
okay.
Donations are taken at the door.
Yeah, that's true. But you were here
Except
near
Visa.
the beginning, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes. All right, okay. Now, we have somebody right next to you, Katie,
Hey, Katie.
who wasn't here near the beginning. She just recently sort of joined up around 3 months maybe?
Easter. The Easter. I have 4 children, and then the 5th one's coming in August. So and my oldest is 6, and then the 4-year-old, and the 3-year-old, and then a 1-year-old. Well, 1.5. She's 1.5. So I needed something more inclusive for my whole entire
Yeah,
gaggle
it sounded
of
like
children.
you need something more to do.
So I needed something more on
needed a
my
hobby.
plate. Yeah.
That's right.
Obviously, my time isn't spent very.
Yeah. So is it going to be a boy or a girl this time?
This will be our 4th girl.
Oh, my.
Oldest is a boy, so it'll be our 4th girl.
Oh, you have a quartet. That's great.
Yeah. We were going for a baseball team, but we'll switch it to softball, so it's okay.
So in other
Well,
words,
very-
you need a community to share your load,
We
eh?
need a community, yes,
She's
to
gonna
help
need
raise
babysitters.
these ones, yeah.
Well, and isn't that true? You do. I mean, if you have kids, you certainly do need
And this
something.
is my actual first assembly to be to. I've always been behind the scenes over in the children's room, and so this is my first actual assembly to.
Oh,
So she's
to
out
be
of
a
her
part
comfort
of,
zone.
yes.
that's right.
I'm not behind the
So-
scenes today, so.
That's good.
Thank you for coming.
Well, we're happy you're here,
Yeah.
Katie. Thanks. And Georgia, you were, well, maybe not the first here, but there was something. Did you say you saw something in the paper about the possibility of a Sunday assembly, and you went, whoa, and
I
you
was
vibrated or something?
I was a member of Nashville Atheists for a few years prior. And I had recently gone through a divorce, and I had people living at home with me, my 2 sons and my elderly mother. But I had been with a very vibrant, large, worldwide Christian gathering group prior to,
Really?
to moving to Nashville. And I mean, we had a blast. Our meetings were lively and freewheeling
Really?
and fun. And
This is the Christian group, right? Am I getting
yes, yes.
Just want to make sure if I'm missing something.
And
They made out a
And,
bar. That's
our
what she's
household
telling
was,
you.
we were known as having the gift of hospitality.
Oh, good.
So I'm a real social, interactive human being, and I just was starving to death for. And I actually dreamed up Sunday Assembly before I learned about it.
Huh.
I was craving it. I needed this. And so I saw an article about the London community in January of 2013. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've been looking for, dreaming of. I need this. How do I get this here? Well, I wasn't any part of the founding group, but behind the scenes, David Lyle and a few others, Adam and a few others, Landry, were coming together to bring Sunday Assembly to Nashville. And as soon as I found it, I dove in head first. I haven't looked back, and I'm so grateful for
Well,
this
that's great.
community.
That's awesome. That's very good. Very good indeed. One thing about Sunday Assembly and just free thinkers in general is that we think. You know what I mean? We're free thinkers. I mean, we actually think about things. And because of that, very hard to be led, if you know what I mean. I mean, people are like, hold on, wait up, let me think about that, right? How do you handle that? I mean, you're trying to get a group together, and yet you've got a lot of people that, go, I don't think so. Let me think about that, But what do you do about stuff like
Like you
that?
said, Bob, it's not about trying to make anybody do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
We're giving the people who want this
Right.
the opportunity to join in and be who they want to be.
Yeah, and in dealing with volunteers, I found out that if you ask somebody to do something, they'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not like the people don't care. You know, maybe they just don't think, you know, I could contribute something.
Right. Right.
And I found, you know, in dealing with, you know, volunteer situations that that's exactly what happens.
Right.
All you got to do is ask people. That's why I'm standing here.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me to do this.
Same
And you
here.
said
And
yes.
I said yes. I
Whoa.
mean, that's kind of the way it works.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you care about the community and you want the community to grow and you understand the impact that it can have on people that you have even yet to meet.
Right. But I think what Georgia said is probably right. They don't make you do it. I mean, you come because that's what you do. You want to come, or you want to help, or whatever. And if you don't, you don't. The problem becomes, you know, is when you have, like the Christians have the God card. You know, they've got that big card that they can
Guilt
play.
trip, it's
the
what
guilt
it's called.
trip and all that. Well, when you don't have that, what do you got? Well, maybe you got
have
something
you
a
have-
little
you got
more
something a
genuine,
lot
I would
better
think. What's
because
that?
you got something a lot better because you're here because you want to be here. Nobody is sitting in these seats because they feel some kind of a guilt trip. Everybody is here right now because they want to be. It was a decision
Well, I
that
hope
each
so.
and
I
every
hope
one of you made.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah.
Is it's being true to yourself.
Right, right. That type of integrity is really important. Let me find out from Katie, why did you first come? What was your...
Well, they had the Easter get together, and
Right.
it was extremely kid friendly. And that's when David was like, "Hey, you have 29 kids. Why don't you come help with our kids? Why don't you come help with our kids?" I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to." And I was like, half the time that we had tried different churches and stuff, because I grew up Presbyterian all my life, mission trips, youth trips, everything. I was there 5 days a week in the church. I was
Sure.
there, but that was my social outlet. So I was there for not what my parents thought I was there for. So,
It goes back to community.
yeah, it goes
right?
back to wanting the community. I
Yeah,
wanted because they couldn't ground me from church. I mean, what parent's going to say, "No, sorry, you're grounded, you can't go to church"? Nobody's going to say that. So, no one in the South is going to say that.
Yeah.
So, wanting the community and going to the Easter, seeing all the families there, and David himself has the two twins, so you know, our kids got along so well. And he was like, "Why don't you come check out the kids' room and just come check out an assembly?" So I haven't actually had a chance to come to assembly, but it's been nice to have the
Yeah.
community of here.
Yeah. Let me ask you, or anyone can take this one. If you do have kids, you know, you hear a lot of parents say, well, we want to bring the kids to church because, you know, we want to give them some type of grounding, some kind of religious grounding. Have you ever heard that? Or have you? Yeah, me too. What about that? What motivates an atheist or a humanist free thinker to want to bring their kids here? And you see what I mean?
We
If it's
do
not,
a lot
if it's not the
of
other.
educational curriculum stuff in the kids' room. Each month we have a very secular theme. Like next theme is we're reading the book Older Than Stars, and we'll learn about, you know, the formation of the stars. And it's very not preschool based, I want to say, but it's very for preschool to elementary age, and there's a craft that goes along with it. So it's very, you get these lessons and you get this education, which is what
Right, right. Just
helped
kind of
me-
opening
yeah,
up their minds.
opening
a
up their
little bit.
minds to God didn't make the stars, to this is how they were made, but brought down to their level of understanding.
Right.
This is how
Huh.
we believe things were done, type stuff.
Sure. Yeah, I get that. What else can we talk about in terms of community? Well, there's music, clearly, and there's, I guess, discussion sometimes. There's the thing
I
called
wanna bring up-
What Sunday Assembly Means to Me. But yes,
I
go
want to
ahead.
bring up the small groups
Okay, good. Good.
because small group. Who here has been to our middle ground SMOOP?
Oh, tell me about that. I don't know this.
Okay.
I don't know about this.
I want to hear from you what that felt like. Can I open up the?
Sure, absolutely. First of all, can you tell me
Can-
what the
can-
small groups are?
Okay, small group.
Yeah.
As we shorten it to the word SMOOP.
Oh, SMOOP.
Yeah.
Schmoopy.
Is gathering together under a certain category, and ours happens to be just where we live You know, we have a potluck at my house, Stephen's and my house, once a month. It's the Sunday after the Sunday Assembly meeting.
All right.
And the first time we met, of course, we had Morgan Spurlock in town, and we were all crammed into Adam's little apartment.
He's a wonderful documentary maker.
We were all
if you don't
mic'd
know.
up, and it was kind of like, you're butting in on our fun here, you know? We realized we had more people than space, so we moved it to my house. And we've had as many as 29, 30 people, I think.
Was he making a documentary? Is that
kid-friendly.
why
he was? And it aired the following May.
Wow.
May of 2014, I believe it was.
That's
right?
cool.
Anyway, small group at our house, potluck. It's a great open space for newcomers to come just kind of get their feet wet. If you're not ready to come to assembly, come visit with us. The comments I think I've heard the most comment is how friendly everyone is. Your guard comes down. We're just a loving community. I can't express it any clearer than that. We just love everyone, and we want you to become the best person you can be. And we're not trying to hook you to do anything more than that. Just come, be yourself, enjoy life. Celebrate life with us. And that's a great way to get introduced to the broader community and things that we do outside of meetings.
So we have a Presbyterian originally here, and a Christian, but was there a denomination?
I wasn't born again until I was 20. I was a declared atheist at 8.
Huh.
And then kind of flip-flopped and then reverted back to my roots just about 8 years ago.
I was at a public thing in Murfreesboro, and I'm standing off to the side, and I hear a guy come up to a woman and say, "So, at what age were you saved?" You know, as loudly as I just said it to you. It just struck me as so, I didn't know what to do. I just turned away. I didn't want to seem like I was prying or anything, but isn't that odd? I was just wondering about that. So, yeah, at what age were you saved?
James, at what age were you saved?
Yes, yeah, Dave.
I'm still waiting on that.
Yeah, really. No, but
Still.
so what denomination
Did you
were
say
part-
when I started shaving? Or?
No, not when you shaved. No, at what age? But what denomination were you? Were you like a
Most recently Baptist.
Baptist? Yeah, around here.
I'm still trying to take the weight off.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah. I get you. Yeah.
all
Baptist or Church of Christ around here, it seems
Hard to
like.
shake.
I started out
see.
Church of Christ.
Really? Yeah, you
And I
can't.
graduated.
You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of those guys, as they say. Thank you very much. Your check's in the mail. All right. So, well, let's open it up. You've heard some of the stuff that our folks here said. Brenda, yeah.
Just to build on what George has said, the way I view Assembly and the Smoops is that this is our monthly celebration of the whole community, but the Smoops are where George's middle ground, the picnics, the learn mores, all the different, the lunch after this that we do, that's where I've really met people. We don't meet people so much in this room.
Right.
Meet people and get to know them and make friends in the small.
Right.
I'd say that's where the hearts connect.
Yes.
Okay.
Celebration. This is important. The small groups, if you really want to build community, that's where you're going to meet folks.
Well, yeah, and I agree. And then there's a person like me, who I can put on the show about, hey, how are you? Nice to see you and all that. But actually, I'd prefer to be in home with the drapes drawn and just leave me alone kind of a person. You know what I mean?
George and I are extroverts, but we are
Yeah.
so introvert friendly.
Okay. Well, yeah, and that's good. But you do, and I'm certain you do have, because again, we go back to the free thinkers notion. There are people that feel that way. Like I don't really. I don't like things forced. I want it genuine and those kind of things. And sometimes, do you get the feeling that maybe we're trying a little too hard? Or what do you guys think? I don't know. I'm making this up. I'm just saying. Do you ever get that sense? Yeah, and what can you? No, good. And what can you do about that if
Bob, I
you do? And
wanna
maybe
hear
it's a
from-
personal thing more than anything.
I
Yeah.
want to hear from this gentleman. He
Sure,
had his
yeah.
hand up.
I just have a question. This is my first time here. My passion is politics, and I wonder if that's completely
That's a good question. Politics on or off the plate, that can be very divisive, so I don't know. How about we go over here for an answer?
Patrick has an answer.
A lot of us here in the community are politically plugged in, but it's not something that we do as a community in the sense that, I know that in this room there's a lot of people that have different interests or different
Sure.
different people. So, we share ideas, but it's
Well, I bet you there could be.
Exactly.
You could start one?
Hey, listen,
Awesome.
if you wanted to throw one together, people would show up.
Mhm.
Just birds of a feather.
Sure.
We're all
We
about
don't
that.
have one because no one wanted one yet. Oh, okay. Right ahead.
Only one question. Your group involved red hats, because I'm not going.
Okay. Yeah. That's right. All right. All right.
One thing I want to focus on is how Sunday Assembly isn't about, it's all about diversity, right? It's radically inclusive. But we try to focus more on what we have in common than focus on our differences. And that's what's so beautiful and so unusual and so special about our group.
Yeah. No, I would tend to agree. That's for sure. I know that because I've been here once, just once though, but maybe there'll be more. And the fact that we do this podcast that is pretty much that's sort of a holdover from that notion, this idea of being inclusive, which means having Christians on, having atheists on, having everybody, and rather than yelling and screaming at them or calling them ignorant or whatever, just let them talk. Let's find out about people. And I get that sense here as well. Which is a good thing. You had something, James? No? Oh,
Teresa's got
pointing somewhere? Yes.
Oh, I have a couple things to say, but kind of off of what Georgia just said, we do focus on our beliefs, thoughts, joys, but I've never seen a group more respectful. If people disagree or you disagree, okie dokie,
Yeah.
good. We're not here to change anybody's mind or anybody's anything.
Mm-hmm.
You can be as you are, come as you are.
How about that?
And that's awesome.
It's a big come as you are party.
Wow.
Yeah. That's right. I'd like to go. Yes.
You were asking previously, what about the kids? Why do you bring the
Yeah.
kids?
Yeah.
I was raised Seventh-day Adventist, and
Girl.
really good church that my kids went to yesterday with their father in Washington. And inclusive enough that my gay friends dedicated their babies right in front, and everybody's like, "Yay!" And nobody had a problem. But there was still you're wrong in this way.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment I bring my kids here, and they see we're all loving, we're all respectful, we're all whatever.
Right.
That means every single time a church tells them the atheists are this way, that way, they can call bullshit on it.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I thought I was open-minded
Yeah.
until I got here.
Right.
My mind has been expanded.
Yeah.
My thinking has been opened up, and I believe I've become a lot more tolerant and less angry and less annoying, to myself.
Yeah, that's a good thing in itself.
So
But
that
yeah,
means, I'm in the older generation, and I'm still growing.
Yeah, good.
And
I
I'm
hope
here.
that continues.
I'm here because I'm still growing,
Yeah.
and I can still grow while I'm here.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so can
good
all of
point.
us.
Good point. And this notion, the children are watching. I like that notion. I think if we remembered that more frequently, we'd be doing something good.
When we give them an experience that trumps what other people are saying,
Yeah.
sorry I said Trump.
Oh, it's going to be huge. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
An experience that rises above the words of everybody else,
Yeah.
they can flip
Yeah, no, I hear you,
Nobody
absolutely.
can brainwash them.
Well, that's why I like exposing my kids too, because we live in Eagleville, and it's a 600 population town. Everybody goes to the same church. Everybody goes to the same. My kids get asked daily, "Oh, you going to Vacation Bible School? Which Vacation Bible School are you going to?" Because they go through them all summer long. Every week there's a different Vacation Bible School, and I get asked what temple we go to because people think that we're Mormon since we have so many kids. They're like, "Oh, which temple do you go to?" And I'm like,
Or
I
Catholic,
have another definition for VBS, but I don't think I'm going to say it.
Oh.
You can figure it out.
Just, well, it has something to do with the BS part, I have a feeling, but yeah.
So I
But
like
anyway.
exposing my children to a community that every day it's been brought to them that if you don't believe in this, then you're going to get damned to hell, and these people are horrible, and da-da-da-da-da. So if I bring my children and expose them so much, then they'll see, hey, you guys really don't know what you're talking about. That these people really are not out to eat babies. They're just nice people.
Do you have
So-
kids, James?
Yes.
Do you have children? How many
I have
kids you got?
three.
Three kids?
3 sons, yeah.
Do they come here as well, or?
That's kind of complicated.
Oh, that's
okay, all
another
right.
story
We're- okay.
altogether.
I'm cool. I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
It's tough. Hey, what about people of color in this group? In the group, there's some, not a lot. Which color are we talking about? Right. But
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Because to some, that's very important. Yes, please do.
Being brought up Seventh-day Adventist, Baptist, tiptoed and Catholic, this was totally different for me. Number one, I fell in love with the atheist. And I am a woman of color. And I kept asking him, are you serious? I mean, but when I got here, they was looking at me as a person, not as, oh, she's black, oh, she's this, and
Oh, she's a tire.
yes. She pays tithe. But it was, I could relax because I've been in so many churches and I've been, you better than this, you better than
sure.
that. What I'm short version is, nobody's pressuring me to do anything. It was so much information. And one thing I can say about the atheists, because I've been around them for 5 years now, is my fiance is atheist, and not once, because I say with me being in so many denominations, my halo is bent. He just, when I asked him a question, he asked me, he answers, and when I ask people here a question, they don't look at me like, oh my God, she's so lost, she's so this.
Oh,
So
boy.
with that being said, when I said, babe, I don't miss my 10 plus 5 ties, and I don't miss people telling me what I can wear. But what I do miss is the community part. And he said, oh, we got something for that.
That's right.
I've been with this man for 4 years, and he never put the assembly on me. I mean, he never did. So when I came, I was like, they didn't even notice me?
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. That's right. Yeah. Gee.
That's the only way
That's
I can
awesome.
say it. They don't notice you because you already belong here when you get to the door.
That's
the
good.
only way I can say it.
Well, that's the important stuff. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you for that. I don't know where we are, but I bet you we did 20 minutes. What do you think?
Yeah.
Are we? Are we good, Steve? Or you want to keep going?
My ADD is kicking in. We gotta.
That's right. He's already looking at shiny things.
Yeah.
Now, that's over with.
Goodness.
Are we good, or what do you think? All right, well, let me just wrap it up by saying it's clear, I think the theme that has emerged here is community and how important it is, I think, because we're just social animals and we love and need other people to bounce ideas off of and to look into their eyes and remind us that we are the same, that we are human. We are more the same than we are different. And to remember that is to hang out with people to get that. I think that's why we let kids play on the playground. You know, that's how they realize there are people that actually can be hurt or, you know, in some way damaged if we don't watch ourselves. So people are clearly essential to our humanity. Anyway, thank you so much for asking me here, and thanks these three wonderful people. We'll do it again sometime.
One more time, Dr. Bob Pondillo. And our panel of SA members. Thank you. There's a moment in each of our meetups here where we take a moment to reflect. Usually it's some sort of introspection, and I had something planned for that today. But just before the meetup group situation was made known to me, I hadn't seen it on the news because I hadn't looked at the news this morning, but I think maybe we'll spend our minute of silence today with that news in mind. And I want to ask Chris Meisner to come up and tell us what he told me just before the start of assembly.
So, hey, good morning. My name is Chris Meisner, as Steve just mentioned, and this was completely unplanned. So bear with me. As you all know, Sunday Assembly is a radically inclusive organization. However, one of the things we specifically exclude is hate. Unfortunately, last night, a hate-filled individual set out to kill over 50 people in an Orlando gay nightclub. His motives were unclear, but his ideology was pretty clear: hate. So I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the loss of life, already the largest mass shooting in our country's history. I, for one, am thankful for my inclusive tribe. Please take a moment to reflect on this tragic loss and how important it is that we take what we are doing here and spread love, not hate, to the world. Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
We're going to start our minute of silence today, an entire minute, with a little acknowledgement of the time. So I'm going to sit down. When I start this, that'll be the start of the minute.